Alright, let's get things going with this HL94 edge trimmer. So as you can see, I pull this air filter off and you can see it's pretty fuel soaked, which tells me that carb is leaking internally, and you'll see later on that it's leaking externally as well. And then we're going to go ahead and just replace that carburetor. As you saw in the beginning clip of the video, that the machine would not rev up. It's actually got a clogged spark arrestor, so we're going to address that as well. You know, these are lightweight units, but this shroud right here is literally the biggest piece of junk. It's just super flimsy, hard to take on or take off, and hard to put on. It's super annoying to put that shroud back on, but that's besides the point. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove the muffler here. You can see how nasty this thing is. It's been leaking for a while, and as you can see, it's taking a toll on the old spark arrestor. So I'm actually going to burn off this muffler too later on in the video, because it's just really bad. So a lot of the time the spark arrestor will become clogged, and then the muffler will also, the internal ports of the muffler will, or the baffles will become clogged as well. Just looking at the cylinder, because what happens is this carbon builds up on that exhaust port, and it'll actually score the cylinder. So that's why I looked inside that exhaust port like that, make sure it wasn't scored, and it was fine. Now you can see we're going to be replacing this carburetor. You can see how it's leaking all around it. And remove that fuel cap. Let's drain that gas. So always, you know, when you're going to be replacing the carburetor, replace the gas and the fuel filter and the air filter. So I'm going to pop off these fuel lines, or in this case, this is a tank vent line, evap line, whatever you want to call it. Either way, I use this limiter cap pulling tool to pry apart these fuel lines. It's pretty straightforward stuff. Now we're going to remove the fuel lines here. Try to clean it off so none of that debris gets inside those fuel lines to cause any damage to the new carburetor, or cause any, you know, debris getting into the new carburetor. Yeah, so this is pretty straightforward, nothing to it, but hopefully these videos do help you. Hit the like button if they do, subscribe if you want to see more videos. I'm going to go ahead and remove the throttle cable there, and then the carburetor is free. The head trimmers, the head is really wonky, so it like wants to flip over, wants to twist the machine, so it's kind of annoying. But so I'm just going to torch the muffler here, and I want to like try to burn off, you know, most of the heavier, you know, buildup on it, and try to just get that stuff burnt out of there. So I actually do burn it a little bit more off camera, and I just kind of like let it sit there on fire on my workbench for a while, because it does take a while for that stuff to really come out. So I'm gonna put the new carburetor on, and these carbs are actually pretty cheap. They're not too expensive for how complex they look. Go ahead and attach our throttle cable there, but they're actually, these ones are cheaper to replace than they are to rebuild. You have to tap that new screw. It wasn't cross-threaded. That's just how they are. You have to tap that new. It's a very coarse screw. Attach your fuel lines. They are directional as always. And then we're going to go ahead and throw our air filter base on. I'm going to clean off this little gasket here, and then throw that bad boy on there. So don't forget that gasket when you do this. Sometimes they'll stick to the air filter base, but sometimes they won't. couple of nuts go on there. Again, this is a pretty straightforward job, but I'm hopefully someone is in the need of replacing the carburetor on their machine, and they just look up a YouTube video and my video pops up, and this is a step-by-step, you know, from beginning to end. This is a dual. They do make single fuel filter fuel tanks or fuel lines, but this is a dual fuel filter pickup, so allows the machine to work in really any direction. So yeah, we're gonna put there's a double piece. I put that onto the main one, and then these other couple pieces here. This is going to be a straight pipe to a single, and then I stuff the double in first, and then the single will just sit at the end closest to the fuel cap. Stuff it all the way in there, and then I'm going to go ahead and reattach the fuel cap. I usually take these off, it's more easier to work with, if you will. Fuel her up. I do canned fuel. I just put a little bit in there and charge them I've charged them like $3 for that little bit I put in there, so either way, it's paid for. I'm going to go ahead and put the muffler back on. Clean up all this nastiness on that, you know, exhaust gasket, if you will, or bracket. It's essentially a gasket. I'm gonna go ahead and service the spark arrestor. Now this thing was pretty clogged here. You can use a wire brush and a lighter. Some people use a lighter, but you can use a wire brush to clean them off. But I'm gonna go ahead and torch it, and as you can see, all that carbon buildup is just falling off of it. Stuff that bad boy back into the muffler. You see the muffler's nice and crispy now. But yeah, so like I said, I like to burn off a lot of that excess. And the machine's gonna run so much better with that muffler being serviced. I mean, you can't hurt them. You can torch them. You can get them red hot. They're made to get hot. So, you know, don't be afraid to put some fire to it. But if your muffler looks like the one that came off this machine, then definitely do that service. If not, then you'll keep clogging the spark arrestors and just keep building up carbon on the exhaust port. Now for the annoying shroud. Like I said, these things are just, I mean, obviously I put this one on a little bit easier, but some of them, man, they are just so hard to put on. Okay, now recoil starter is going to go on here. 3 screws. Boom, boom, boom. Very straightforward stuff. And then as I put these screws in, just make sure that the housing, you're not forcing the screws in. They just slide right into place, and easy peasy. Be easy with this air filter cover because this one's easy to strip out. That's pretty much it, you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Like I said, hit the like button, subscribe if you got the guts, and that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time.